forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can go from this to this. Super easy in Photoshop Beta using Generative Fill. Let's get into it. So I have my Photoshop here open and I have several photos here. This is all stock footage. And I'm going to create reflections on each of them. So first, what I grab is my marquee tool on the left-hand corner. The keyboard shortcut for that is M, and I'm just making a little area where I would like my reflection to be. So I'm going to make it in this area right here, and then I'm going to click into where it says Generative Fill, and I'm going to type in a text prompt, exactly how I want my reflection to be. So I'm just going to write reflective puddle, because essentially that's what a reflection usually is. It's usually a puddle. So I'm going to click generate and then watch what happens.
A few moments later.
Oh wow, look at that. So that looks pretty awesome actually. It looks pretty realistic, like that was actually taken like that. You see the tree, you see the car, and you see the other tree as well. So that looks pretty nice and pretty realistic overall. Now let's go ahead and check our other variations on the side here on the right hand side. There's 2 other variations. You always get 3 variations generated, and it's right under your properties tab in Photoshop. So I'm clicking on the second variation, and that looks pretty good as well. I don't like it as much as the first one, like the first one the best. Let's check out the third one. And the third one is I probably wouldn't go for that one. So for me, it's the first one I like the best. I feel like it generated probably the best outcome, so I'm going to give that a thumbs up. It's always good to give feedback to Adobe so they know how well the Generative Fill AI is performing. You always want to give feedback. So now moving on to our second photo. I'm going to do the same exact process. So I'm going to repeat the same exact steps, grabbing my marquee tool. Again, the keyboard shortcut for that is M. Super easy. It's great to use those keyboard shortcuts to minimize your time in Photoshop. So I'm just going to create another little area where I like the puddle to be. This one I made a little bit smaller. And I'm going to click in the Generative Fill, write another text prompt. Again, just writing reflective puddle once again, because that's all I want, and click generate. Let's see how it does with this photograph now.
A few moments later.
And there we have it. I'm not a huge fan of this one off the bat, I'm not gonna lie. This one looks very photoshopped and really fake. It doesn't look very realistic. So let's see the other variations, see if I got anything better generated. That's the second one. Also not a huge fan. It looks very, very photoshopped and fake, and it added some weird thing on the ground that I'm not a huge fan of either. Okay, let's check the third one. Third one is probably the best. It's probably the most realistic. A small little puddle. It's not too bad. I like the third one the best probably. So yeah, out of all of them, I'm going to give that a thumbs up as well. I do approve of that one. And now we're going to move on to our third photo example. This one has some neon lights. Let's see how the AI does with neon and if it can generate a realistic looking puddle here. So again, grab my marquee tool. Keyboard shortcut for that is M. Making my little area where I want the puddle with the selection, clicking Generative Fill, and I'm going to write reflective puddle once again. And then after I finish typing, I'm gonna click generate and watch what happens.
A few moments later.
All right, look what we got here. So that looks pretty realistic. I like this a lot, and you see the reflection of the light and the people in the puddle. That looks like a really nice reflection. Let's check out our other variations, and I'm gonna see if anything else is better. So yeah, that's the second one. Now let's check the third one. Third one, not so much. The reflection is not what's actually in the photo. So for me, it's the second and the first one I think are the best for this one. So I think between the first and the second, those are the best. The third, not so much. That is it for this video. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, definitely like this video. Leave me a comment if you will. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell so you don't miss out on any notifications when I drop a new video. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Yeah.